Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to put together, for very inexpensive, your own plate-loaded mace where you can use varying, multiple different types of weights. So let's start off with the handle first. So what I do is I get a dumbbell handle. I like this one. I happen to find these. It's nice thick handle, but you can get thinner ones. I'm going to show you on a different one that I have here. What you want to get is a pro style handle, they're called. At least that's the only thing I've seen them called. I happen to find these at Play It Again Sports, so you can look and see if you can find some used ones. They hold up really well. And so what they have, the reason why these are important is what they have is at the end, this little locking mechanism with that bolt. And so it's going to keep the plates from sliding off, so it keeps everything super safe. Okay. Now with something like this one, I just happened to find these, so I didn't pick the length. So I go from here, and you've got this little extra piece down there, so it's a short mace. You can, and I've ordered one of these online. I haven't gotten it yet, but you can get these stems longer, so I can actually grab it from there with this other one that I have coming, and then I get a longer mace out of it. So again, you can mix it and match it. You can get these from Christian's Fitness Factory, I know that, or even on Amazon. Christian's Fitness Factory sells them with the thick handles. You can also get Aider, which is the ones that I have on order, and you can get those different lengths as well. And so those, if you buy them new, they range, at least the Aider ones. The thicker handle ones are more expensive, and they're sold in pairs. The Aider ones are somewhere between $21 and $28, depending on the length you want. And so I got the length, I think about 4 and something inches at the bottom, which is the A6. It's what I ordered. If you get a shorter one, these I think are 4, and so possibly 3. I didn't measure them, but you can get them all different lengths. And of course, the more length you get, the more plates you can stack. And also, if you get it big enough down here, you can hold from down here. I don't like to hold down here unless I have enough room, because these pieces on the end will kind of tear up your hands a little bit. That's not the goal. So, and the handles are really nice, so you can hold it from the handle. But let me put these together and show you how we do it. So the handle's going to be the most expensive part, but if you can get it used, I mean, you can get these for pennies on a dollar. Played Against Sports, I was buying something else, they gave me the handles. So I'm not saying they're going to do that, but you can probably get them for really, really inexpensive. You want them to be the smooth ones, not the ones with the spin locks. And so, but again, it does have this locking mechanism, as you can see at the end. So let's look at this. So one thing we can do is we put on, we get these little guys here. These are clamps that I got off of Amazon, okay? Make sure, you can use any clamps you want. Make sure you get ones that are for a standard bar, so a 1-inch bar. 1-inch clamps or standard clamps. It can be these types of clamps. These were $7 for a pair. A great price. You can get the metal T-locking clamps, whatever works for you. Okay, those might secure a little more, but I don't think with the weight we'll be using with this that these are going to slide. And so let's do this. We'll put on this clamp. Okay, see, it's nice and snug, so I got to actually kind of push to get this sucker on there, which is good. Let's see if I can even get it on. There we go. Nice and snug. I like that. I like that it's snug because, again, that means it's not going to slide. Now I got these cool plates here, 7.5 pounders. Again, you can use whatever plates you want. These thin handles are 2.5 pounds. The thicker ones I have are 4 pounds. So again, that's going to vary depending upon which ones you get. And so what I'm going to do, I can screw in this mechanism here. Okay. And so what you'll need is an Allen key here, and we just spin this sucker on. Now again, the beautiful thing about this, is that I can do multiple weights, okay? Now, so I tighten that up real good. I place that at the bottom, slide my clamp all the way down. I push it really snug as I can get it, and then it's gonna be a little tough to pull that clamp in, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna clamp that down. Just, bam. Snug as can be. Snug as a bug in a rug right there. Now it may rotate a little bit on there, that's okay, but it's not going anywhere. So if you look at it, So if I bring it around and I do these movements, right, this is not going anywhere. I could hold it down here again, especially if the stem was longer, you know, and kind of do movements with this. There's tons of movements that I'm going to show in a following video that you can use with something like this. Because why would I even do that? I don't have one of those, or why would I make one of those? There's tons of movements you can do for shoulder stability, wrist stability, strengthening of the grip, core stability, as well as mobilization for shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Pretty amazing stuff. So there's one version right there, okay? Now again, you can stack plates on. If I take this, so I'm going to take this guy here, I'm going to slide it on. This one's a little bit thinner piece, that's why it slid on easier. I'm going to lock it down. I'm going to slide on a 5. I'm going to slide on a 2.5. And now, if you look at this piece here, it's got the beveled edge and then the flat edge. You can use either one, but on this, depending on where it is, because you have to make it snug, if I use the beveled edge, I actually can keep it snug and then there's no space whatsoever, okay? If I were using 2 5s, I might flip it around the other way depending on if there were any distance. You could still use it either way. But that bevel sits down and holds it a little bit tighter, okay? So let's look at this guy when I'm done. So we tighten this up real quick. Bam. And she's set, okay? Not going anywhere, okay? Again, you create yourself a little club. Now I'm grabbing down here. Generally, I would grab here on this one. If the stem was a little longer, I would grab low. You can grab low, especially if you're doing stuff for forearms, okay? You can have 2 of them, boom, boom, back and forth. You can rotate and bam, right? Get some forearm grip work in there. Okay, again, I'm gonna show those in another video. But if we think about it, you can probably get, well, if you can get a used pair of them, you can check on eBay. You can get it much less expensive, I'm sure, for the handle. Worst case scenario, you spend a little over $20 on a handle. The plates, get the plates used. They're sturdy. They're not gonna, you don't need brand new plates. You can buy them if you want, but you can get them for like 50 to 60 cents on the dollar used. And so if we get 10 pounds worth of, so 2 5s, that costs you $6. If you spend, let's say 25 on the bar itself, okay, or the handle, now we're at $31, right? And the clips are 7, so we're at $38, okay? If you want the longer stem, maybe it bumps you up to 40. If you get it used, you can get this thing as cheap as like $20. Okay, so again, there's lots of movements. Watch my next video that I do on all the movements you can do with this and make a determination for yourself if this is something you want to get. It's easy to make. It's easy to order this stuff. Most of that stuff, like I said, you can get off of Amazon. I get the plates from, you know, a local Play It Again Sports or something like that. If you have any questions, let me know. This is some cool stuff, some functional movement. Very rare. If you were to buy these things new, man, they charge through the roof for this type of stuff. That's why I went out there and decided to create some of my own. If you have any questions, let me know. Stay strong, and I will see you next time.